If you can understand what I'm about to show you in this video, then you are absolutely fluent in English. Yes, I'm about to test you on your core understanding of the entire language. So how am I going to do this? Well, I'm basically just going to tell you a bunch of random jokes, and I want you to see how many of them you can understand. Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Dylan and welcome to a brand new video. So telling jokes. Now I know that might sound a bit silly, but honestly, being able to truly understand a joke in another language is the best way to see if you are genuinely fluent. And that's because most jokes, and certainly the ones in today's video, not only require you to have a solid understanding of vocabulary, but also how words can have double meanings, subtle nuances, and cultural references that aren't always obvious. So if you can understand these jokes, then it means that you are not only fluent, but also actively thinking in the language as well. And that's a good sign. So we have 6 jokes, and after each one I will of course explain the meaning, and will teach you a useful piece of vocabulary or an expression to go with it. All of these expressions will also be included in a completely free PDF, and the link to that is in the top comment. Finally, at the very end of the video, there is also a special bonus joke waiting for you. It's honestly my favorite one, but it is quite hard to understand. It's very subtle. So if you can get this joke, then you are genuinely at a native level in British English. So yeah, good luck with that. Okay then, let's do this. Joke number 1. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Because they don't have the guts. Do you get it? Okay, so skeletons are these things. They're just bones, right? Meaning they literally don't have any guts. And guts are these things, the squidgy stuff inside of you. I think that's the scientific definition. Anyway, in everyday English, when we say that someone doesn't have the guts to do something, this is just a very native expression meaning that someone isn't brave enough to do that thing. And as mentioned, we use this all the time. So for example, you could say, he doesn't have the guts to sing karaoke unless he's had 3 beers first. So he's not brave enough unless he's had these beers. Or you could say, he doesn't have the guts to film a new YouTube video unless he's had 3 beers first, which means that the anonymous man can't film unless he's had some beer. Anyway, the reason why this joke is so funny is because we're saying that the skeletons don't have the guts to fight each other, meaning they are not brave enough to fight each other. But skeletons literally don't have any guts because they're just bones. So it's funny because there's a double meaning because they're not brave enough to fight each other because they don't have the guts, but also they literally don't have any guts. So it's the next one's better, I promise. Joke number 2. You know, I recently started a job making Count Dracula dolls. Yeah. The problem is there's only one other employee, so I really have to make every second count. Do you get it? So this hilarious joke plays on the phrase, make every second count. So normally, if you say that you want to make every second count, it means that you use your time very wisely and you don't waste any of it. So for example, you might say, we only had 1 day in Rome, so we tried to make every second count, meaning they didn't have much time there, so they used their time very wisely. They didn't waste any of it. However, because the speaker is making Count Dracula dolls, and this is Count Dracula, by the way, he's a very famous vampire character, the phrase make every second count can be taken literally because there are only 2 workers. So he literally has to make every second count Dracula. The first worker has to make the first count, and the second worker has to make the second count. So it's funny because he has to make every second count literally, but also there are only 2 workers, so he has to be efficient with his time, and he has to make every second count metaphorically as well. And do you get it? Because make every second count. Do you get it? Yeah, you get it. I knew you would get it. Wow. Okay. You like that one? Okay, right. Making Count Dracula dolls. Wow. That must suck. Do you get it? Because he's a vampire and vampires suck blood, so... Joke number 3. What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, to be honest, but their flag is a big plus. Do you get it? So this funny joke plays with the expression a big plus. Now, in English, when you say that something is a plus or a big plus, it just means that it's a good thing or it's a benefit, and this is a very common expression. So for example, you might say, my new flat is so spacious and the free parking is a big plus too. So here this person already likes their flat, but the fact that they have free parking is another benefit. It's a big plus. Or you could say, Dylan's videos are so educational and it's a big plus that they're so funny as well. Right? So in this joke, we're saying that the Switzerland flag is a big plus, meaning that it is one of the best things about the country. And this is the Swiss flag. It's literally a big plus. You know, the plus symbol from maths. So it's funny because there's a double meaning, because we're saying it's a big plus in the metaphorical term, that it's a good thing about the country, it's a benefit, but also it's a big plus. It's literally a big plus. Listen. My videos are supposed to be educational. I have never claimed that they are funny. Dylan's videos are so educational, and it's a big plus that they're so funny as well. Joke number 4. You know, my wife wants me to start doing lunges to stay in shape. Yeah. And in fairness, I think that would be a big step forward. Do you get it? So this joke plays with the expression, take a step forward. And it's funny because, well, a lunge is a type of exercise where you literally take a big step forward. However, we also have a very common everyday expression in English where if you metaphorically take a step forward, it means that you've made progress in something. So for example, you might say, publishing his first book was a big step forward in his writing career, which means when he was able to get this book published, he made progress within his career. Or you could say, when he finally apologized, it felt like a big step forward in their relationship. So this joke is funny because if you start doing lunges, it means that you are literally taking a big step forward because of the exercise, right? But also it means you are metaphorically taking a big step forward because you've started to exercise, which means that you are improving your life, you are progressing, right? I don't have a wife, by the way. I mean, I did, but she also took a big step forward. Well, not forward, actually. She took a big step to the left. She left. She left me. My wife left me. That's not a joke. Joke number 5. You know, I used to date an optician, but she wasn't very good, so eventually I stopped seeing her. You get it? So this brilliant joke plays on the phrase to stop seeing someone. And normally in everyday English, if you say that you are seeing someone, it means that you are dating them. So for example, you might say something like, oh, we've been seeing each other for 2 months now and things are going really well. However, this woman was an optician, so an eye doctor, but I said that she wasn't a very good one. And therefore my vision got worse because of her bad advice as an optician. So not only did I figuratively stop seeing her in the sense that we stopped dating, but due to her bad advice as an optician, an eye doctor, I literally stopped seeing her as well because my vision deteriorated so much. I stopped seeing everything. I literally couldn't see. But it's funny because we stopped seeing each other figuratively as well as literally. And now let me guess, here you're expecting me to make some sort of predictable joke about my ex-wife and how I stopped seeing her as well, but no, I'm not going to do that. How could you be so insensitive? I mean, why would I make a joke about my love life and who I'm dating? It just isn't really, it's not really any of your business, is it, man? Okay, so last week I asked my girlfriend what she would like for her birthday, and she said, Dylan, nothing would make me happier than a diamond necklace. So I got her nothing. Do you get it? Okay, this is a bit of a cheap joke. Literally. But when someone says that nothing would make me happier than, this is an expression meaning that the thing they are talking about will make them extremely happy. So, for example, nothing would make me happier than a diamond necklace. So here, she is saying that there is nothing that would make her more happy than receiving a diamond necklace. Nothing would make her happier. And this is a very native expression. However, the speaker takes this sentence a bit too literally and interprets it as nothing would make me happier than a diamond necklace. So he got her nothing at all, which she technically did say would make her happier than a diamond necklace. So it's funny because there's a misunderstanding, which is funny. And right then, it's now time for the bonus joke, which is of course my personal favorite, but also the hardest one to understand. But it's okay, because if you do get this one, then you are officially at a native level in British English. Right, are you ready? You know, I adopted a dog from a blacksmith the other day, and to me, the dog looked a bit lazy, but as soon as I got home, he made a bolt for the door. Do you get it? Okay, so don't worry if you don't, because when I've explained this joke in about 30 seconds, you're going to be crying with laughter, obviously. So this joke is a play on the word bolt, which has two main meanings. So firstly, we have the verb. If you bolt somewhere, it means that you run very quickly. And secondly, we have the noun, and a bolt is normally a type of door lock, so this thing, right? Now, a blacksmith is someone who makes objects out of metal, things like bolts for doors, okay? So the joke here is the double meaning on the phrase bolt for the door, because a newly adopted, nervous dog may bolt for the door, may try and escape as soon as they get into a new home. But because this dog came from a blacksmith, it suggests that he might literally be capable of making a physical bolt for the door, so a lock for the door, because blacksmiths make bolts for doors, and he may have taught his dog how to also make a bolt for the door. So it's funny because, once again, there's a double meaning, and that's funny, and this video has been funny, and is it over yet? Are we done? Can we finish this, please? I've been here for like 2 hours trying to explain these. Right, everyone, and there we have it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have enjoyed today's rather whimsical episode. Now just remember that all of the expressions and pieces of vocabulary will be included in a completely free PDF, and the link to that is in the top comment. Now, we've had a lot of fun in this video, right? A lot of jokes, a lot of laughter. But do you know what isn't a laughing matter? Not feeling confident in an English-speaking country. Not feeling like you fully understand the British accent, or the expressions, or the humour, or the cultural nuances. Not feeling confident speaking to British people, and in general, just feeling like you don't really fit in. That's not a laughing matter at all. But fear not, because I have created an incredible online program teaching you everything you need to know about British English. So this took me well over a year to make. It's extremely detailed and funny, just like today's video. And basically you will learn everything that a native speaker knows. I have left nothing out. So the link to that is in the top comment, and that also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it completely risk-free. Definitely check that out. Anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I post new videos every single Friday, so make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you again very soon for another episode. In the meantime, if you would like a bit more entertainment now, I'd recommend watching this video right here, where I'll be telling you 8 more jokes, and they are all incredibly funny, of course. Right then, I'll see you again soon. Cheers.